Hi, my name is Chef Dave Kamen, and today we're demonstrating recipes from the Panasonic Bread Maker. The Panasonic Bread Maker, of course, makes a great loaf of bread, but it also has a number of alternative uses. Today we're going to be making actually a bread pudding. So you bake a really nice loaf of bread, and now you've got a lot of bread left over. What do you do with it? Well, a bread pudding is a great way to utilize that extra leftover bread and also utilize your Panasonic Bread Maker for more than just baking the loaf to begin with. So here we have our ingredients laid out for our bread pudding. We've got some leftover bread. This is a very nice brioche that was cut into some 1-inch cubes. We have our custard mixture, and our custard mixture has eggs, egg yolks, sugar, salt, vanilla, milk, and a little bit of cinnamon. And of course you can add to that anything else you want, a little bit of nutmeg or maybe even a drop of coffee extract, anything you want to put inside there to make your bread pudding just a little bit more special. We also have some dried cherries that we'll add, and you could also use raisins or nuts or prunes or any other dried fruit that you want to include inside there. I sometimes like to sneak a few chocolate chips inside there just to make it taste even better. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our custard mixture, just add that right on top of our bread cubes here. Make sure you get all that good spice from down the bottom of the bowl. And then we're going to add our dried cherries right inside there. You want to get all those also. And then what we want to do is just stir this together. I'll tell you, it smells great. The cinnamon coming up from this always makes me hungry. We'll toss this together real well. And then what we're going to want to do is let this sit and rest for about 10 minutes and allow the bread to absorb all that delicious custard mixture. And then we'll go ahead and pop it in the bread maker and get on the way with making some really good bread pudding. Okay, so our bread pudding has rested for about 10 minutes, and you can see how the bread has absorbed most of the custard. There's still a little bit of liquid down inside there, and that certainly is fine. It'll bake up very nicely around our bread. So what we want to do now is set up our bread maker. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the bread pan. Make sure you take out the beater blade. We wouldn't want that baking up inside of our bread pudding. And here's a really important step. We want to make sure that we grease the pan very nicely. So we're going to spray a very light coating of pan spray inside there, and that way nothing sticks. So now we're going to go ahead and take our mixture, and we're going to very carefully just drop that right down inside the pan. Make sure you get all the good stuff from inside there, all the excess spice and the excess custard that's inside there. And then we just want to go ahead and push it down, spread it out nice and evenly. Don't mash it or compact it. You just want to even it out a little bit inside there so that it bakes up nice and uniform like. Okay? Go ahead and take this, pop that up into the machine, close the door, and we're going to set this up on bake only for 40 minutes. And that's all there is to making a delicious bread pudding. We'll see you in a little while. So it's been 40 minutes and our bread pudding is ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look inside there. Wow, smells delicious. It's set up all very nicely. What we want to do here is let it rest for about 10 minutes before we try to unmold it and slice it. So we're going to give it about 10 minutes of rest with the top open, and then we'll come back and take a look at it in a little while. So our bread pudding has been resting now for about 10 minutes. It's a little cool to the touch, so we can go ahead and lift out the bread maker pan. And we're very carefully going to slide the bread pudding out onto our cutting board here. And there we have our delicious looking bread pudding. And now all we have to do is slice it up and serve it up on a plate. Doesn't that just look delicious? Nice and brown. Still a little soft and gooey on the inside, just like a bread pudding should be. Just going to take this slice right out here, and all we have to do is set it on a plate, and there's our beautiful, still a little gooey in the center, but nice and brown on the outside, bread maker bread pudding.
Nobody likes to throw out food, and by using the bread that was made yesterday in the Panasonic Bread Maker, you can make some great bread pudding today. Thanks, Chef Dave. For these, many more recipes, videos, tips, and even a spot where you can ask the chef, come to our website and virtual test kitchen at panasonic.com/bread.